something that I want to address to our viewers, so I am quickly going to address it, and then we are going to get to the podcast. Hello, viewers. This is Eric. I realize that it is a very difficult time in America, and that some believe that not celebrating the 4th of July is what we should be doing. I respect and value all of your opinions. However, holidays are a period of time where we get together with our friends and our families. So, I put out this 4th of July special to all the people who cannot or are unable to be with friends or family at this time. I hope the best to all of our listeners. And I want you guys to remember that you will always have a family sitting here at the hearth. Thank you. Now, let's get back to business.
Let's get down to business.
So we're gonna start. We're gonna start with our normal. With our
favorite segment.
We're gonna go back to our regular scheduled programming, and we're gonna be starting with Casey's Conspiracy Corner.
Ooh, more birds.
Brandon says he's on his way.
The birds.
Cool.
Hey. Casey.
We're watching. We'll let you in after Casey's segment then. Oh, that is a white screen.
Is it still a white screen?
I think you forgot to stream the correct thing again.
I did the wrong button, then. Sorry, everyone watching.
All is good.
Let's go live.
Or both.
Is it you see now?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, everybody, welcome to Casey's Conspiracy Corner. Today's episode is Failed Conspiracies. What are failed conspiracies? These are conspiracies that occurred and failed completely and utterly. The people in them either got caught or killed, and they did not achieve while doing it. The ones you know about. These are all the failed conspiracies. Wait. Let's start off with our first failed conspiracy. The assassination of Julius Caesar. This was a big fuck up. Back in ancient Roman times, when Julius Caesar was around, as you could read in the pamphlet, a group of senators did not like Caesar. They thought he was a massive jerk. A big jerk. He could be the biggest jerk of them all. Who knows? So we had to kill him. Kill him now. Which they did. 23 times. But after tricking him coming to a meeting on the March of Hearth. I do not know why I'm talking like this.
Just
This conspiracy what?
He's still in drone mode from last episode.
God damn it. This conspiracy failed, guys, because they all, like every conspirator, I can't talk. Every conspirator got basically killed right after they killed Caesar. Because they killed Caesar and everyone loves Caesar.
Mr. Casey.
Except for these people.
Mr. Casey.
What?
Is that where the beware... Hello? Is that where beware the Ides of March comes from?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's actually from the play, but... Next slide. This is the conspiracy I bet none of you know about. The Ponzi conspiracy.
Potsy.
Better way to Posse.
Potsy.
So back, what?
Potsy.
Potsy. Yeah, so back in 14th century Italy, there were these two families that were in the Medici.
Oh my god! I think the government. I think the government's
on him again.
The drugs are making me happy.
The gums are making you so laggy right now. That's crazy, dude.
For those of you who don't know, every time he does one of these segments, he always
hi Sam. How's it going?
We're always like, this guy is lagging so hard, we're convinced that the government is trying to censor him right now.
Yes.
especially after last episode.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Anyways,
Last
birds-
episode, last
the
episode
birds
we
were gonna-
confirmed that birds were drones. Isn't that right, Casey?
Hello?
We confirmed that the birds is how KFC went into business.
Yeah, birds were drones.
So back to what I was saying with this conspiracy. The Posi Conspiracy.
Yo, Kelly.
This conspiracy was formed by the Posi family in the 14th century in Florence, Italy. The Posi family hated the Vincenzi family because the Vincenzi family was getting more money than them. So, out of their genius, they decided, let's kill the two main brothers of the Vincenzi family. And how do they attempt to kill them, you ask? By 10,000 people right after church. In public.
Jeez.
Can you repeat the last part of that?
Well, they tried to kill the two brothers in front of 10,000 people. Church in public.
Okay.
Nice.
Brilliant.
Killing in the name of God. Gotta love it.
Brilliant
Well, actually, the
plan.
Pope did condone it. Sort of.
Yeah, I know.
But,
Oh,
well, no, the Pope condoned this conspiracy.
alright.
So after they failed, the family lost all their money, their land, and everything, and 5 of the conspirators were hung from a building.
Oh.
And then the
Oh,
head
that's
of the
nice.
family was found 2 days later and hung right next to the other conspirators on the building. As you can see,
Wow.
there's one of them right there. And these are the 2 guys they were trying to kill.
Oh my god.
I know I can be giving out more information, but you could read. Losers. I spent a lot of time typing this, and if you don't read it, it's not my fault. Next slide.
Yes, he said the thing. He said the thing. He said next slide. He said the thing.
Oh my god.
You said it.
Next
Alright,
slide.
alright, Casey, let's get back to
I hope
business.
people realize that they're not
To defeat
being-
the
Okay.
Huns.
What? Okay.
Never mind.
I hate you, Eric.
Read this into the podcast.
Let's get
What's going
back
on?
to business.
Oh.
Anyway.
Eric, shut up.
Alright,
See,
what is this? The communist plot?
Oh my god.
I can't read it.
Fucking.
It's the
Fucking-
gunpowder plot, Eric.
Oh.
I know about this, I think.
You can't read ancient English wording.
Yes, I
No,
can.
that obviously says communist. I think
That is
communists
a
are in.
G, Eric.
Dude,
This is a G.
no,
Get
that
it right.
communists are in charge of Casey's slide. Oh my god, we have a conspiracy
Shut up
right
now.
here.
So, in 16th century England, Catholics were basically illegal. No one
Yeah.
liked Catholics. The Queen, the King, and everyone else hated them.
Yeah.
So a bunch of Catholics got together and said, let's blow up Parliament completely and utterly. And then we can make a movie about it later in like the future. So, they got a bunch of gunpowder and they put it in the basement of the Parliament building. And right in like 2 days before they were about to explode it, some dumbass, absolute idiot, sent a letter to one of the lords of England telling him, hey, don't go to this meeting because we're going to blow everybody up. So then, right after that, the Lord of England told everyone else, including the king, about the plot, and they found one guy called Guy Fawkes, this guy right here, about to light the gunpowder at the meeting. They arrested him, tied him to a stake, and burned him alive.
Huh.
Now, every day on November the 5th, they celebrate Guy Fawkes' death on the 5th of November.
Wait, is that true?
Yes, it is. It's a holiday in England.
Is it
It's their 4th of July. They shoot fireworks.
Huh.
That's quite
all
ironic.
fun.
They're blowing gunpowder up on Guy Fawkes' death day.
That's where the anonymous. This is where the anonymous mask comes from. Guy
Alright.
Fawkes' face.
Oh, that's right. That's where I've heard that name. Oh boy.
Yep.
The one that I was
Now
like
we're at
iffy
the,
about.
Now we're at the slide where Eric got a little butthurt at.
No, okay, listen.
Okay, everybody. Eric is trying to keep this as clean, as friendly as possible. So let me just start off with it. I can already tell my segment's already a shit show, guys. Just let's roll with it. So, picture this, everybody. World War II.
Yeah.
Oh
You're part of the Nazi army.
Oh
One of
boy,
the
he
high
said the
commanding
one word I didn't
generals.
want to hear.
Oh boy.
Now you
Let's
guys
say,
are
let's stick with Axes.
Axis, whatever.
You know
The
what?
German side. So you guys are all there. You're all having a good time, but you kind of feel like the Führer is kind of gonna screw us over because he's an idiot. So what do we do? Well, I tell you
Kill.
what we do. We try several assassination attempts, ending assassination attempts
Oh
that
my
failed.
god, that lag was so bad.
The Germans
What
don't want
The
happened?
Germans are at it again. Guys, we need to find the bunkers.
First the U.S. government, then the Russians, now the Germans.
Everyone is
So
after
basically-
Casey.
Who's next? China?
Oh no.
No.
So what? Do you guys hear me? Hello?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay.
I think the Germans stopped going after you.
So basically, this
Damn it, Tony.
was this. Oh god, they found me.
You did it right as I was taking a sip of water. I almost spit out
So-
all across my living room.
Anyways.
Anyway, back to Casey. I had to walk across my room,
So, guys-
get to my piano, turn it on, and then play
What
that.
happened to the living room?
Just to do that.
Or not the living room, the little. Anyway, continue with
Casey,
your
Casey,
with the
go.
plot
So-
of blowing off the Führer's legs.
I thought you were. Never mind.
So this whole plot basically revolved around going to Hitler's ultra secret, ultra cool base in the woods in Germany called the Wolf's Lair, and planting a bomb. You can see in the diagram 2 feet away from them, and
Yes.
blowing them up.
Okay.
This plot completely fucking failed. Hitler survived, or at least they say he did. Wink, wink, nod, nod. And the war continued, and Hitler killed himself. Next slide. Last slide, actually. A Watergate
slide.
scandal.
Oh, no.
my god.
Oh no.
This is one
No.
that I didn't.
No.
What's wrong?
No, let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So it's in the groovy 70s, guys.
Woo!
It's going
Woodstock.
great.
Woodstock.
But oh no, guys. Tricky Dickie's back at it again. He wants to try to become president for a second term. But how is he going to do it this time, guys? Well, I know. We get a bunch of Cubans, get the CIA to train them, and then we send them to Watergate, plant some bugs. But oh shit, here comes the Night Watchman. Oh fuck, he found out. Now what's this coming up behind? It's the press. They're writing stories about this shit. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh shit. And then Nixon had to resign. The end.
So basically
Hello?
what you're saying is a bunch of
Yeah.
Cubans fucked him over.
Yes, they fucked him over like they fucked over Kennedy.
You know,
And also, like, that time they
I-
almost
I-
fucked over the missile crisis.
you know what I find
Yes.
most impressive about.
Hold on, here's my thing. After
Hold
After,
on, I
like,
want to
learning
finish my
about
statement. Thank
Watergate-
you. So,
Fine.
what I find most impressive about Casey's presentation this time is that maybe it was the horrendous font, but I did not see a single spelling mistake.
Oh my god, you're right!
I had to
everyone
erase
in
it before
chat
someone
applaud
could
for
see a spelling
Casey.
mistake.
Everyone in chat applaud for Casey right now.
Wait,
Oh, yeah, so what I was saying is
I was
after,
gonna
like,
do
learning-
the bit again, but whatever. Screw it. We're
after
already up.
learning about Watergate and after watching Forrest Gump a whole bunch of times, every time I watch the scene where he calls about Watergate Hotel,
Oh, that's
I like
weird.
to
We
think
cut
that's
out.
what actually happened. I hate you.
All right, we're gonna bring our good friend Brandon in. Hi, Brandon.
Bran.
Put them in the oven. I mean, they'll teach him.
Wait, what the fuck did you just say?
Oh, hi.
Alright.
What's up,
Brandon, you missed the perfect slide to do that on.
And immediately mutes Brandon.
Okay, nobody needed to hear that. He was just talking about the pizza because they don't scream in the oven.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about pizza, bro.
Oh my
Yeah, I'm
god.
totally talking about
What?
pizza.
Okay, we're gonna rein it back a little bit. All right.
Raining down
So-
from the sky.
So I don't know if you guys watched or read or listened to any new media, but recently I've been watching a lot of anime clips online. Like just a lot, just binging on just like anime clips, right? And
Thank you, Crunchyroll and Netflix.
no. On YouTube, just clips of the best moments and shit. And I found this one anime that I was like, oh, this actually seems kind of sweet. It like a sweet love story, and I went to go watch it, and I was like, okay, it's gonna be a little unrealistic, obviously. But here's the plot, right? Where you get this guy who falls in love with a girl who moved up to his country town, right? To get away from the city and started going to high school with him, right? They fall in love, and she moves back to the city, and they continue their long-distance relationship. All of a sudden, she breaks up with him because she found a new boyfriend. However, he comes down to the big city to try and get her back. This boyfriend... Okay, so in the big city, he has a sister that he lives with. That's how they cover that plot hole. So, when living with his sister, he meets this other guy who he becomes best friends with. Turns out this guy is his ex's new boyfriend. However, he's terminally ill and will die in a year, and that is why he is dating her. Or she is dating him, rather.
Oh my god.
Right? It was like a pity thing. I don't know. So then...
I'm only dating you not because I love you, but because I feel bad for you.
Exactly. And then from
That's
there...
that is pathetic.
And then from there...
What a simp.
So he just says fuck it. He finds another girl, and they're getting along great. Time skip to when they're in college, and their relationship's going really strong, right? Then this ex's sister comes back and sets him up on a date with the ex, like surprisingly. Right, she pulled a fast one on him or some shit. And then they're in like a conspiracy to try and like fuck over the guy. While this guy is still in his mind thinking, yes, I should still feel love for my ex-girlfriend. Like the entire time. So you learn to hate the main character. Because he's a wimp-ass bitch who won't just get over someone. Right? When he already has something he already has something really good in front of him. Oh my god. It's such a trash plot.
So I
It's-
also watched an anime today.
Okay.
It's called Dropout.
No. Okay. Anyway.
I was gonna say, hold on. So this anime basically, hold on.
Yeah.
It basically sums up most of, I guess, a really bad hentai plus.
It's hentai without the sex.
It's hentai without the sex.
Yeah, it's hentai without the
But
sex.
then is it even an ecchi?
No, it barely has ecchi scenes.
What the fuck?
So it's
How's
like-
it hentai then?
No. It has a few ecchi scenes. It has a few ecchi scenes. No. It's literally just
Tony, I
the
feel
plot.
betrayed.
It's just the plot
Tony,
of a hentai.
This is
Nothing
Tony's
else.
attitude right now. He's like, This is Tony's attitude right now. He's like, you said it was hentai. I feel betrayed.
He's like,
God.
he's like, you said it was hentai, but without the sex. I thought there were gonna be at least boobs.
That's
Like,
hentai without the sex. That's just regular media.
no, it's
There's no such thing as
it's-
hentai without the sex.
no. It's a hentai
David's
plot.
lying to us, everybody. He's the real conspirator. Get him! He's lying to you all. Do not listen to his mind.
Oh, that's weird, Casey.
And that's what we call a
cut
transition.
out. We just cut out. Oh, that's so strange,
Oh, God
Casey.
damn it, Eric.
No, is there any nudity in there at all?
Okay. So okay, I'm gonna be honest. There is. there is
This is a
nudity.
serious question.
There's nudity, but there's like
Okay.
there's like I want to say out of like the 10 episodes I watched, there's like 2 scenes.
Let's just call
Rare.
it artistic nudity, not real,
Dude, I honestly.
not real stuff.
So
That's some G-rated
Hold
Disney.
on. I'm gonna say that this is the American movie equivalent of saying that
it's porn
oh,
acting.
it's a PG-13 movie, but we're only allowed to say the F word once or twice.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It's basically the when I said it was a hentai without the sex, what I basically meant is it's just porn acting.
That's so
Wow.
stupid.
Like
That's not
it's
what you
just
said, though.
it's just like it's just there's nothing good about the plot.
Shitty plot, shitty boner. Move on.
Hey, listen.
And
Have you
another
got-
quote
how-
by Tony.
You're welcome.
Yeah, can we clip that one? Can we clip that one? please?
T-shirt has been made.
Oh my god.
YouTube's gonna love this episode.
Oh yeah. YouTube gets stuck.
Tony, I have a serious
Oh my
question for you.
god.
Okay, I have a serious question for you, Tony.
Yes.
Have you ever read a hentai and couldn't get it up because the plot was too interesting?
Honestly, that was High School DxD for me.
Uh,
I'm not even kidding. I actually quite enjoyed High School DxD because of the plot.
so
Or also, Hybrid Heart. I watched the uncensored version. The plot was like it's actually like these chicks and this one guy, of course, obviously. It's like basically it's like Infinite Stratos, but lewd as shit, right?
Okay.
It's these girls and this one guy piloting mechs and trying to defend their cities from imminent doom, I guess. And they go on this adventure, not adventure, but they have a series of missions. You know how mecha anime goes and shit,
So
or Gundam.
I-
And
I-
then they go to some kind of big ship and
so
kill the bad guy. I don't know.
I want
It's been a
to
while.
continue this conversation about anime,
Uh,
but I do want to bring up a point. We'll get to what you want to say, Brandon.
A hentai that I
Oh my god, he's gonna
Watch
bring
it.
up metamorphosis.
put up. No. Watch my reply. It's called Love Wave. It's like a cyberpunk hentai. The
Oh
sex
my
is
god.
You know,
It's
you
The sex is shit, but the game is like anime, sorry.
okay?
The anime-
Okay, hold on.
It's-
There's this Netflix show. If you're not over the age of 18, do not watch it. It's called Love, Death, Robots. I'm pretty sure, right?
This sounds.
I've heard of it.
And-
I've seen it.
I've
And
heard- I've
all
definitely
it
heard of
is a bunch of animated shorts. And
Are
There's
you
one
fucking
animated
kidding
short.
me?
it is all animated shorts, but oh my god,
They're
the
not all
plots,
bad, there's
the
good ones.
plots in the
One-
animated shorts are amazing.
was
Like
gonna
I
say,
kid you not.
I think
Eric,
when-
They
when
build
you said-
whole
Eric,
worlds in
Remember
2
the robot
minutes.
heist one?
What?
Eric, remember the robot heist one?
I think so. Which one was that?
When like the end of the episode, they were just like they all get like so.
Oh,
In this episode, all these people, there's like it's about robots heisting this like truck, and throughout the episode, characters just get
yes,
killed and all this
yes,
stuff.
yes.
And then there's only one person left, and then right at the end of the episode,
They're
this,
like,
this other car just
I
comes
downloaded
up
your
and drives next to
consciousness.
them, and it just
Yeah.
turns out like the robots pre-record their memories on the
Yeah.
hard drive
Yeah.
and basically respawn at the end after it. It's so clever.
Do you know what what episodes I thoroughly enjoyed? First off, episode number 1 was a banger. Like,
Of course. it
so
was.
okay.
That's what she said.
So this guy, right? This guy, it takes place in
Your
the
mom's
future,
a
right?
banger.
It takes place in the future, right? And
Brandon, shut up.
it takes place in the future. There's a team of 3 on a spaceship, and they arrive at this. They say we're going here, and they arrive to this new place, right? To the place that they were said that they were going, or they don't arrive at the place that they said they were going, but they arrive at another place, right? And this guy wakes up and he sees his ex is the one who woke him up, and it was like he was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And then she's like, well, you came to sector whatever, whatever. You're 300 trillion light years away from your destination
What?
because of a single glitch in the system. And
What?
there's no way you can get back.
Sounds
Right?
like a hell of a bug.
And basically they fall in love again. And you get to see all that happening.
Oh.
And then the girl that he was traveling with...
twist.
Hold on. I want to explain it. Casey, let me do this. So, the girl that he was traveling with, right, starts saying, hey, this isn't right. Something feels off. And then all of a sudden, the memory restarts. Except her containment chamber was infected. And she's not alive anymore. Right?
What?
So the memory restarts and they go again. And the guy looks at her and he starts remembering the fact that he had another teammate before that last one died and that he was dead on the start of the first memory, which was technically the second memory. And he was like, wait, I want to know the truth. What is actually happening? And she's like, you don't want to know the truth. And he's like, you're not so-and-so. And she's like, no, I'm not. But you still don't want to know the truth. It's so much nicer in this false reality. And he's like, tell me the truth. And then it flashes to this infected planet filled with spines and skeletons. And it's
So it's kind of like the Matrix.
No. It's this queen alien comes out crawling. And it was her giving him the illusion. And he's actually starving to death.
This
Nice.
That was the end. It was insane, dude.
Dude, this honestly sounds like a mixture of some
The Matrix?
No, not the Matrix. Some weird form of Star Trek plus Ender's Game, but it's
Ender's
like
Game's the
an
first
anime
thing I
style.
thought of. Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally
Each
Ender's-
episode's
hold
different
on.
and so on and
It's
so.
It's Ender's Game, Star Trek, in an anime hentai.
Oh my god.
That's literally what it is.
Okay. I want to bring it back to
Matrix.
I want to bring it back to anime for a second. So, since we were talking about the topic of hentai, you know, and
How long did we
hentai
go on for?
and-
Like 10 minutes?
and yeah, we've been going on for like 27 minutes right now.
About hentai.
So and since Tony is such an expertise on the ecchi and lewdness of it, I wanted to make a
His
statement.
Minecraft skin is literally a cat girl.
No, it's not actually.
Anyway, I want to make a statement to Tony of out of all the anime that Casey has refused to watch that I recommended him.
Eric, what were you saying?
I said out of all the anime that Casey has refused to watch that I've recommended him, all the shoujin, all the battle anime, any mecha stuff, or any stuff with really good plot, he has opted to start with Kill La Kill.
You see, guys, I started like a real show. I don't like any of this bullshit Eric tried to shove on me.
Dude,
He wanted to get me stuck in the muck.
Dude, if you don't know,
Bro,
Kill La Kill,
Dragon
Kill La Kill,
Ball Z, come on, bro.
Kill La Kill. So whereas Dragon Ball Z is you get more powerful the harder you scream, Kill La Kill is you get more powerful the less clothes you have on. That is Kill La Kill. Like,
You see, there's nothing wrong with that show.
I kid you not. The protagonist's ultimate form was when her clothes were literally burning off of her.
Oh my god.
Tell me I'm wrong, Tony.
I've never seen it, but Jesus fucking Christ.
I think I've actually watched an episode of it, and I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
I was gonna say,
Apparently it's supposed to be a social commentary on the clothing industry and how fucked up it is or something.
yeah. I was gonna say,
Ah,
if
okay.
if only going Super Saiyan.
Thank you, Japan.
Please. If only going Super Saiyan applied to people in real life, then every death metal screamer would be a fucking Super Saiyan.
Tony would be
Every black metal screamer would be
No.
Super Saiyan.
No, guys. Hey.
But he's gotta keep us in line.
Guys, just remember, Tony would always be one step ahead because if someone screams at him, he will always scream louder.
That is very true.
Anyway, moving on. Anyone listen to anything or watch anything or read anything that they want to recommend to our listeners?
Well, I've
Plug
been
it now.
rewatching Last Airbender.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you and the rest of the world.
I know, right? I'm so original.
One of the ones that I've always wanted to rewatch is Spicy Wolf, but one that I've watched a couple times, which is it's actually a very long anime because I'm pretty sure each episode is like an hour long.
Okay.
It's Hellsing Ultimate.
Oh, I
It
heard
is-
that's good. I heard
It
that's good.
is the fucking shit, dude. You got Nazis, you got vampires, you got Alucard, who's a sexy beast.
Oh yeah, I watched
You
Hellsing
got
also.
history in that shit. You got guns, explosions, vampires.
You already mentioned
chicken-
vampires.
Have you
and
have you
the
watched?
basic plot. Go
Have you
watch it,
watched?
please?
What was it? Hellsing Abridged.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my god, that shit's so funny. Something. Oh, shit. Oh, an anime I want to recommend. I watched it a while back, and I still need to finish it. But the first season's absolutely amazing. Carol and Tuesday.
I knew it. I knew you were
Carol
going to say
Tuesday.
Carol on Tuesday.
Okay.
I,
So
I,
I'm
I
gonna-
haven't even finished the first
Hey, guys,
episode, and I need to finish it.
every listener, guess what? Eric has not finished watching, but Casey has.
Yeah, that is one that he has finished. Do not spoil it for me. You cock.
They all die.
So in the beginning of season 2,
Casey, shut up.
All right.
You muted him, didn't you?
That's weird. Casey got cut out. It must be the government again. That's so strange.
Dude, no, it's Japan. They're trying to hide-
Oh, it's Japan. Japan's making us avoid spoilers.
Ah, yeah.
So
Bro, I am
Japan's
so-
stoked for
so
Seven
in-
Deadly. I am stoked for Seven Deadly since season 4.
I know you are. I turned you into a weeb successfully.
episode.
I was still
So-
surprised
They
to see
finally
season
achieved
four,
their
but
goals.
So
happily and-
anyway, so I want to sum up.
What's
I
up?
want to sum up. I want to sum up Carol and Tuesday real quick. Right. So basically, for those who are listening, anyone who's interested in the show, the plot is this: you have two girls are now on Mars. Mars is now a colony of Earth. All music production and all the music industry is ran by AI. There is no human aspect to it
Boring.
anymore, right? However, these two girls, one is a refugee and one is a daughter of a politician. The daughter of a politician runs away from home, finds this other girl, and they start making music together, and it's fucking amazing, and it brings back what the soul to music is supposed to be, and all that.
And no, it is not a hentai.
Hey,
But
Okay,
sadly,
why would
the
that be a
only thing
hentai?
they can make is-
hold on.
Ryan, why would that be a
I
hentai?
would like to make an announcement. High School DxD
Oh.
has
Oh,
released
God.
its 4th season, and
Oh no.
looking at the news,
Oh.
High School DxD season 5 release date, cast, plot, trailer, and can we see some new faces?
Okay,
Pop
so
Culture Times 1 day ago.
So the
God.
only
I
way
got
Carol and
PTSD.
Tuesday would become a hentai is if Brandon was in there and he played that one bass solo that made girls all over the world.
Oh my god.
Okay, I want to give viewers some context. He was writing a song.
Great callback.
He was writing a song while we were in a band together.
Well, we're still in
And,
the band together,
and,
but like,
and I kid you not,
I
in
wanna read the
parentheses
official
in
note
the
here.
song, in parentheses in the songwrite was Brandon's bass solo that makes girls blank all over the world.
Brandon plays the most epic bass solo, as and then that basically.
Yeah.
Also, it was technically a
I'd rather
guitar
not repeat
solo,
the rest.
What was it,
That was
Brandon?
a bass solo.
It was a guitar solo because that's what was rhythm guitar.
Oh, was it guitar
Whatever,
solo?
fuck.
Hey,
I thought it was a
guys,
bass
No,
solo.
it was bass.
Yeah, I thought
It was bass
bass.
solo. I remember it.
Okay, whatever.
Like,
Tony,
So,
what's up?
Wait, I might need to get my walls painted. Brandon, can you come over to my house and bring like a couple girls so I can get my walls painted?
All right, we're gonna.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Let's make some music.
So,
recommendations, my friends.
hey, music recommendations. We're gonna rely on Brandon for that because he's Mr. Music, change up my tastes all the time guy.
Okay, so today we'll have a few music things that come up. Number one, I have a playlist right now called Guitars, Bass Drum, Beer, and Cigars. It's a lot of hard rock, it's a lot of cool stuff, and some of the new stuff that I've been adding to that playlist. Deftones. If you've heard of Deftones, there's a sort of like alternative metal band out there. Good songs like My Own Summer, Shove It. Be Quiet and Drive Far Away, Digital Bath, Minerva, stuff like that. And, you know, a really good band here and there. They have a lot. I found them from, you know, having one of their songs on the soundtrack from The Matrix, which we've talked about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one more band I've recently reconnected with my tastes to a band out there called Boston.
Oh, yeah.
I love Boston, dude.
Boston is
so
the best.
I just want to say something since you brought The Matrix back up again. Fun fact.
Oh god.
Fun fact. Did you know that The Matrix was inspired by Ghost in the Shell?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
In part, I guess.
Yeah, it was partly. It wasn't fully. It wasn't fully.
I knew that.
But it was partly inspired by Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
I
By the
actually
way,
did not
their-
know that.
Boston's 2013 album, Live, Life, Love, and Hope, was like a Christmas gift I got from my dad at one point. And it's a really good album. The 2013 album, they haven't released anything like since, and this is a long like waited album since like 1994. So
Mhm.
Walk On. And it's really good. Especially the title track, Heaven on Earth, is just something pretty awesome.
So,
Personally,
And
my
one
favorite
more
Boston
album?
song. Personally, my favorite Boston song is "Don't Look Back."
It's been so long since
So-
I felt this way. And one more.
Alright.
Don't worry.
Okay.
We're going to the extreme death metal side.
oh boy.
Oh
an
god.
album by Visceral Discords called Ingesting Putridity. It's one of my favorite death metal, like extreme
Sorry,
death metal
Brandon,
records
you're gonna
out
have
there.
to repeat that because our junior rock metal enthusiast wanted to death scream.
Okay, so.
Hey, I'm
um,
working on it. All right, leave me alone.
Okay, so the album was called Ingesting Putridity by the band Visceral Disgorge. They also
God.
released their new album in 2019 called Slithering Evisceration with awesome songs called Fucked Into Oblivion, Artificial Working
Oh my
Flesh,
god.
Chronic Biogenesis, and other stuff. And better white, and back to the album I was recommending before, their 2013's Ingesting Putridity, with epic songs like Force Fed, Shredded Genitalia,
Yep.
Ball Gag, and Gutted. Straight
Okay.
All right, this is gonna be a
Alright,
lot of
we're gonna-
censoring, Eric.
No,
We're
I'm
gonna
not.
move
No, I'm not censoring
from
any of
Dark
that.
Hostess.
I'm not censoring any of that. That's all fine. It's whatever. It's album titles.
I would
Who
like to
gives a
point
shit?
out a white trash
Guys,
yeah.
Mr. Jing, Mr. Jinping said that is.
Oh my god, we cut out
Orange
again.
juice.
Whoa, dude, that's so weird. Twitch
What are
must be
the odds of
controlled.
that?
Twitch must be controlled by China or something.
Well,
Who would ever thought that?
I know, right?
They're
It's
being
so
no,
weird.
they're being controlled by all
Forward.
four.
They'll
Hey,
find me soon. They'll send me to the camps of my organs. Help me!
Casey, for the next conspiracy, can you cover the Alinity conspiracy?
Oh my god, yes.
What is that one? I haven't
Oh
heard
my.
that one.
Okay, so I just like to say something. Since you brought up Alinity, it reminded me of cats.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So-
Oh yeah.
So my
Wait, what's
cat.
salinity?
So I'll tell you later. Okay.
What he thought.
My cat has the worst smelling shits you will ever. I swear to God, Alinity must sneak in my house and put vodka in his food because, like, what the fuck?
Dude, my friend's cats, right? My
He
friend's got cats
farts.
with
He
alcohol,
farts,
right?
and you need to evacuate the fucking house. Like, you need to get the fucking gas mask.
So my Rottmeister, right, which is my group leader for my sword club, right?
Yeah.
So I he has a small apartment, right? He's pretty close to where I was on campus. And he's actually quite a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 cats. One of them is super sweet, and then one of them is also pretty nice. But if that cat farts, Jesus fucking Christ, man! I swear, I'm not used to it. But anytime that cat goes in the litter box, it's like, why? Why do I exist? I need to get out.
It's like you in that moment you think about your life choices and why you adopted that cat. You're like, why did I
Your
save
life
you?
literally flashes before your eyes.
But the thing is, like, whatchamacallit, they fucking that cat literally has some bowel problems, and that's why it shit stank so much.
My cat doesn't have bowel problems. We gave my cat to the vet. And the vet was like, oh yeah, he has just stinky shit syndrome. Like, there's nothing wrong with him. Like,
dude, like, literally anything this cat will eat, it will smell.
Oh
it
my
will smell
God.
bad.
if you want an unlimited fuel source, I'm pretty sure my cat has it. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like a methane farm in my cat's stomach. Like,
Oh, your cat would blend in perfectly with the cows of Tanner.
oh my God. Hello,
Especially when it
Max.
gets hot,
How's it going?
you can just-
Max says I agree, but I don't know
What?
where he is at on the stream. So, I don't know what you're agreeing to, but that's pretty cool.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Speaking of China,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Who is this humanity conspiracy?
Oh God.
Oh my God, we cut out again. That's so weird.
you know
Whoa!
about,
Hey, hold on, we should.
Wait, what about China?
oh, so you know TikTok, right?
Yeah, it was owned by China.
Yeah, it's owned by Chinese companies. India actually banned it from being used in.
That's
in the
because
country.
China is 4 miles within India's border.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, fair enough. And they're all having a
Yeah.
dispute.
Yeah.
Also, for like reasons like there's been a lot of tech firms out there, a lot of American reverse engineering firms that's discovered like, oh, if there's like TikTok is basically using every information gathering API under the sun to collect
Oh.
information on its users and send them to like a server outside.
Well,
the
I did
country,
hear
Oh,
about.
so it's kind of like
Alibaba.
Facebook. It's kind of
Oh,
like
you
Facebook
guys
all
fucked
over
me
again.
out.
So anyway,
Not just like
hey, let me
Facebook,
bring it back. Let me bring it
like,
back.
and Facebook like times 10,000.
So I remember.
Yeah.
So I remember when TikTok first came out, right? And
When it was called Musically.
yeah, when it was called Musically, and
Oh.
when it switched over to TikTok, I remember I watched a video on TikTok's or Facebook and TikTok's data gathering systems. And
Oh,
what
God.
they do is they take, I kid you not, this is Facebook's one, right? I don't remember anything from TikTok. But what they do is you take a picture of yourself, you post it on Facebook, the AI scans the background of your picture, right? To check where you are, to check any products that you have, and then it sells that information to companies. It's like,
Dude,
oh, this
excuse me?
person
The
loves
fuck?
this person loves say I would have like I don't know, a bottle of Gatorade. It would be like, this guy loves Gatorade, he drinks Gatorade. Or if I had a Switch in my background, it would be like, Nintendo, hit him up with some ads.
Dude,
You know, like,
I knew I fucking stayed away from whatchamacallit. I knew that I stayed away from all those sites. The only reason why I actually had a Facebook was so I could link it to one of my Galaxy Legend accounts, which is a mobile game. Right?
the
That's
reason
what was my account.
the reason why I have a Facebook is so I can have a business profile on Instagram.
I also don't have it anymore. I
Yeah.
also want
Oh,
to stay the
so-
fuck away from TikTok, which
Yeah,
is why I never got
TikTok's
it.
evil, dude.
Yeah,
TikTok's
I
just
mean,
stupid.
Anyway,
Yeah, what I said with the TikTok was that, you know, all social media accounts are just, or social media platforms are doing this kind of shit. I mean, it's a given.
well,
Yeah,
obviously.
even
If
even
more other
even
shit that
Instagram is.
TikTok does,
Hey, by the
Even
way,
Instagram is doing it because they're owned by
The amount
Facebook.
of shit
well,
that,
okay.
the amount of shit that TikTok does is just fucking unbelievable. Even like,
So,
you know,
yeah,
copying like a clipboard like every
yeah,
like 3
yeah, yeah,
keystrokes.
yeah.
To like, you know, collecting
Yes.
collecting system information,
Okay,
collecting
Brandon.
Hey,
Okay,
guys,
Brandon.
contact
I think I
information.
got
So
leave.
it's all like
Brandon,
Or
Brandon,
Brandon.
Brandon.
Holy
Calm
shit.
down.
Guys,
All right. What?
Uh,
All right. Oh wow.
we are almost at an hour long.
We're almost
so
at an
let's
hour.
start
We
moving.
cut out for some reason. I think in order to stop cutting out, we might have to get Casey out of here. I think the government's trying to
Yes, I think
silence
it is.
Casey's opinion.
goodbye, everybody. I have to go back to the bunker.
He has to
and,
go back to the bunker. Yeah.
The
Alright.
bunker calls me. Trump was in here a couple weeks ago. I need to go. I need to go refix it all. He had a temper tantrum. See you all later.
See ya.
All right. See ya.
So,
Bye. Say hi to Annoying Orange for me.
All right. All right. So
Brandon,
I just like to
I have the power to auto mod you right now.
do not. Oh, I was. Yeah, I was gonna allow that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Do you fucking mod him? Oh no, that's Twitch Prime. I'm a dumbass.
I can't mod other
It's-
people. Only you can.
Yeah.
Why did I send that twice? Oh.
If mods could make other people mods,
That would be
some
incredibly
guy
dumb.
could literally just get a bunch of trolls, then have them mod each other, and then start mass banning, or then everyone becomes a fucking mod in chat.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm an
That'd
idiot.
be
All right,
realistic.
so I guess back to
Um,
Facebook and how Mark the Zuck is a cuck and eats your data.
Suck daddy.
All right, that was
That's
interesting.
getting cut.
Got
Oh my
him.
God.
Oh my
Got
God.
him.
Got him.
Got him.
So
So, what about
Good.
So, I don't know. I never really liked Facebook, but what I wanted to say is, just to let you know, that little app that we used to use, WhatsApp, is made by Facebook.
Yeah,
What
and now
did I
Instagram is now owned by Facebook.
Instagram has been owned by Facebook for like the last 2 years or something.
Yeah, no, but still.
Yeah. Facebook.
that's 10.
Okay, just remember the Holy Trinity: Facebook, Microsoft, and Apple. You know what? Let me correct that. Facebook, Microsoft, and Amazon. The Holy Trinity. That's what's gonna take over the world.
And this is why I absolutely hate and boycott these companies.
Yeah.
Even though I do have a Apple MacBook Pro, which are with a
Okay, do you
with
think
an
do you think
i9 in it.
Apple or Microsoft is worse?
honestly, Apple, because
That's fair.
Apple.
the
Apple,
way they
yeah.
make their products, right?
Oh,
Like,
Anyone
definitely.
who's
okay,
anyone
wait,
who's in
hold on.
chat,
Shut the fuck up. The way they make their MacBook Pro, it has an i9 8-core CPU. Do you know how much fucking power draw that thing requires? And do you know how fucking thin they make that laptop?
Yeah, it has to overheat.
Ridiculous. It's like you take, like if you take a little flimsy textbook, right? Not textbook, but like the small, bigger books that you can get that are like kind of. I'd say they're
You know, a
about
17-inch
No,
book.
they're about 100 pages thick.
Yeah.
It's thinner than that, and they expect
Oh, I know.
and they expect to fit RAM, a CPU, obviously integrated graphics,
Yeah.
a keyboard, all these other electronics, a fucking hard drive or an SSD, and expect it to have good cooling performance.
So
Dude, the fucking sheer bottleneck that CPU is going under, just because of the inadequate cooling, is ridiculous.
I think calling it a bottleneck instead of a noose at this point is kind of like let's be real. Like that thing's just hanging.
Look, man, I'm not calling it a noose because it's already dead.
Yeah, that's why I would call it a
Damn.
noose.
damn.
and this is why I'm gonna slap my PC. This is why I have a $2,000 fucking custom built computer.
Same.
Which has, let me count the fans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going on the graphics card fans. 1, 2, 3, 9 fucking fans.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Three of which are on intake, and 3 of which are on outtake.
I have one on intake.
I was literally playing Minecraft on Tony's server, and he turned on video camera, and I was watching him.
I have one on intake, one on output, two on my GPU, and one on my CPU.
Ryan,
And
that wasn't my computer. That was the one I was working on. My computer is the one I'm on right now. This one's fine.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought you were talking about that one.
Eric, did I show you that picture that I sent you about with me cutting I think it was the 8-pin off of a old power supply?
Yes. I didn't realize what it was until you just said it now. You're disgusting. Why the fuck would you do that?
Dude, the power supply was dusty as shit. I tried fucking...
Get canned air or a bike pump.
1 fucking second, sir. You wanna hear this shit?
Sure, go for it. Welcome to our local ASMR session.
That's the shit I use
Thank you for
block my
tuning
hair.
into Brackies. All right.
Thanks for tuning in at Brackies.
Oh my god, my throat. Been sucking too much dick. I mean, what?
What's up?
Tony, you okay there?
Another quote by Tony.
Don't worry, we got ton from Ryan too.
Oh.
Fuck.
All right.
Anyways, is Brandon still here? Wait, is
Yeah,
it?
Brandon, are you
Yes,
still here?
I am still here. Yes.
All
See,
right.
the only reason why I cut that is because I am too lazy to freaking route and undo the entire motherboard and unroute the thing. Because I was actually doing a PSU swap from one of my old systems to the new one, and it ran for a while, but then it actually crashed and then kept doing the same thing the old power supply was doing. So I got to thinking, it's not a power supply issue, it might be a CPU issue. Because when I was first doing it, I did some hard restarts with the power button. And then it had to go into system repair. And this is where things got bad.
Oh boy.
I felt the top of the computer where the thing was, where the radiator was, it was fucking hot, and it smelled like an old air heater, you know? You know the ones that...
Did you get this from Thailand?
Yes, from Thailand.
Oh my god. Dude, how can you mistreat a computer that bad?
If it's that bad, why would I care? If it's an old fixer-upper computer, just so I can get some experience with fixing computers. If I need to do a CPU swap, cool, I'll do a CPU swap. Now I know how to.
So
But the problem is, I actually tried taking the liquid cooler off. I think it was stuck onto the CPU. Which is
yeah, some people do that. It's so stupid.
It's not okay, because I
So-
was trying to pull it off, but I couldn't. And I didn't want to damage the CPU.
Oh my god.
Oh, fuck.
Dude, if you want to say it, just bring it up in chat. Go along with the bits, for fuck's sake.
Wait, what's happening?
I think I cut him off, that's the thing.
No, he was...
You all kind of.
No. What happened was he was going on a rant while Casey was trying to leave. And Casey needed to leave because he had family over. I didn't want to bring personal issues into this, but apparently we have to in order to understand each other.
Then again, everyone cuts each other off in this place. Let's be real.
Yep. That is very true.
If you wanted to bring it up again, let the conversation flow naturally back to it. It's not like I was just going to continue to keep it quiet.
All right, whatever. Just Go on.
Well, I'm done anyways, so.
No. Whatever. Let's just drop it.
Anywho, what's next?
Alright. We're hitting an hour mark right now.
So should we take a small break then?
No, we can keep going, I guess. Unless you want to take a break. What do you guys feel?
Well, I'm fine with whatever, but...
Alright. Let's see here. What I was trying to say before I got rudely interrupted was the Chinese government has legal backdoor into every single tech firm in their jurisdiction. Which means if you use TikTok, you allow the Chinese government to have access to whatever data you give it 100% of the time. Unlike the US, who most companies and apps like WhatsApp and Mega Uploads use end-to-end encryption and protect data packets, and whose encryption keys are only held by the devices involved. This is true.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want me to say more about that?
I guess. Well, guess what I was trying to say was that the Chinese government has to have every Chinese data firm is legally required to have like backdoors so that whatever the Chinese government needs surveillance data, they can just get it like that.
Yes.
Sorry for being a fucking cunt for having to bring that up, but apparently I have to.
No, you're fine. You know what? This brings up a good thing. This brings up a good point. Valorant is a fucking rootkit.
Yeah,
Alright,
that's-
Valorant was made by...
Okay.
Valorant was made by Riot Games. I don't know if you heard them. It's kind of a small...
A video game.
Kind of a small indie game. You know, only get around 1 million players a day. So...
Is that how many people really download League of Legends per day?
I don't know. But
Wow.
it's not...
I'm genuinely curious.
Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure it's not 1 million per day, but it's probably quite a lot. And check how many are currently playing, because that's what I meant. So, Riot Games made a new game, Valorant.
Ooh.
This has been news since, I don't know, March, February, maybe even before. This has kind of been news since November, I'm pretty sure. But when people started playing it, it was around March and April, I'm pretty sure. And then it ended in June, and then we're back at it again. The thing's a rootkit. The security system has a Ring 0 accessor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which means your computer is constantly being monitored by the security system. Now, I'm not saying Riot Games will use this as a backdoor into your computer. In fact, they have said they will not and strictly refuse to. However, other people can. So basically what you're doing is you're leaving your back door open because one guy said, don't worry, I won't walk in.
Speaking of Valorant, Scar is currently live playing Valorant right now.
That's self-promotion. That's promoting the stream.
That's
so don't
promoting
do that.
another stream. Don't do that. Also, if someone hears another streamer on this stream, I could get banned.
My bad.
Unless it's
Why?
Alinity, because Alinity abuses cats.
Yes. Okay, so the stats are the statement showed that League had, or this was in I think around what was it? This was around 2016, but I think it's updated. So the updated one is 81 million monthly players, and somewhere around I'm gonna guess just roughly by the statistic trend here, around 35 to 40 million daily players playing a game
Holy
that
shit.
is probably one of the most toxic fan bases.
No wonder the client is so shitty.
Dude. Well, yeah, but like you. But here's the
They're
thing.
they're trying to focus on keeping their servers from burning, that they can't ever fix the fucking client. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I swear, it's
Client's
like
so laggy.
the old client was fine. But
Yeah.
this one seems to shit the bed after you get out of the game. It's
Oh,
like,
it's so true. Okay, can I?
my 10-0 fucking Yasuo, who somehow didn't feed in my ranked promos.
Okay, can I tell you something? The first time I got a Poppy Mastery 7 token,
Yeah.
I left the client open because it glitched. The bar showed up and then it just froze. And I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll load, I'll go do something. I came back the next day, forgot that I had it open, and it was still there. Didn't move, right? And I was like, I wonder what the fuck I got. It must have been a chest or something. And then I opened it, and it was a Mastery Level 7 token. And I'm like, wow, the game thinks I'm so bad that even when I get the grades to receive it, that it doesn't think I deserve it. Like...
That's crazy.
Oh my god. So what is... Brandon,
What?
what does this backdoor mean for most people? Like, your standard civilian, what does this mean?
The Chinese won't let him tell anyone.
I understand your question, actually. I just have a splitting headache and whatever.
Are you okay?
Kinda. Just have
Okay.
a splitting headache for some reason. I don't know.
You want to go take some ibuprofen or Tylenol? Come back?
Yeah,
Take a
sure.
break?
I'll do that. Meanwhile, let's play some death metal. What?
Oh, God. So Tony,
Yes.
what do you think this backdoor could mean for the
Well-
standard population?
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
It's like surprise sex.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
No, hear me out.
That's just rude.
Basically, what, you know...
That's just rape. Tony, you just described rape. It's surprise sex!
It's the way. It's the way. It's the way you phrased it. It was the tone of your voice. So calmly, so slowly. You're just like, you see, it's like surprise sex.
Like, okay,
It's like
Tony,
that.
Tony, hold on, right. Tony, be honest with me. Do you think there was ever a girl who liked a dick in a popcorn? Like, I don't think there was
No,
one.
I don't think
Like,
there was.
surprise sex is not a thing.
Dick in a
It's,
box. It's a
like-
dick in a box.
Okay,
It's a dick in a
hold
box
on.
all over again.
Hold on. So it's literally like surprise sex, right? Say I'm your average Joe, and I like to use TikTok, and I have, I guess, I don't know, some weird ass products, right? And then the Chinese government can use this, and kind of, I would say, oh, kind of, if they wanted to, they could be a complete asshole. With this image, with these things, they can ruin my reputation. So basically, what they're doing is they're taking their dick out and shoving it into you unexpectedly. Surprise sex.
that's rape. That's not, what are you talking about?
Exactly. You're getting raped by the Chinese government. Surprise sex.
When you said surprise
What is
sex,
this podcast?
when you
What's the
said,
actual
it's
fucking
a very
podcast?
sex-heavy podcast. It's very strange. It's very strange to be talking about sex this much
We went from
when
4th of
we're
July
on 4th of July
to
special. Anyway,
talking about hentai and surprise
anyway,
sex from
anyway.
the Chinese
Thank you for
government.
repeating the words I literally just said. So when you said surprise sex, right, Tony? What I imagined was like the rose petals, like you got home from a hard day at work, the rose petals, the girl laying on the bed, surprise, you know. And then it's the way you
From the
said it.
back.
Then it's the way you said it. Then you went, you know, it's like
Described you getting
surprise sex. They come in from the back and they just do what they want, and I'm like, that's not be real here. Like, come on.
That's rape.
Jesus Christ.
Surprise sex.
Just gonna, I'm not gonna finish that statement.
All right. So what does this mean? What does this mean? Do you want to move on to other topics?
Please.
I didn't really ever want to cover this topic in the first place because I was afraid it was going to go to political statements, but
No, it went to surprise sex.
it went to surprise sex.
We've talked about hentai and titties way too much tonight. Let's do something else.
Yeah, that's fair. I think a
Nothing
lot of
more
it. I think
American.
Tony, are you excited to see your girlfriend?
Yes,
Yes.
Aww.
but
Can I get on in chat?
But here's the thing.
We have 2 viewers. We're not gonna get
Whatchamacallit?
it.
I can't see her yet. I was gonna see her this morning. But,
Did you get the test?
No, I didn't get the test, but I shouldn't need it. I'm actually closely monitoring my temperatures and stuff, and I'm actually doing fine. I don't have any symptoms yet, or at all, as far as I know. I am what? I think
It's literally you go to a drive-through, they stick something in your nose.
Yeah, I
you're
really
done.
don't want that, and I can't get a test because I have to have a doctor's mandate for it.
Uncomfortable.
I have to have a doctor's mandate for it. So it's been
Interesting.
almost a week since I went to the beach. So basically that means I can see her on around the 12th.
Yeah.
So that's when my isolation ends,
Yeah.
and she's gonna have to wait a long time, unfortunately. Unless my mom says it's okay that I can go out to see her, because
Yes,
we just want to
because-
cuddle, kiss, and watch movies and hang out.
All right. That just makes me sad and depressed that I don't have anyone. Anyway,
Same.
moving
Don't
on.
you trust me?
Moving on.
My
Moving
ears,
on.
my ears just were surprise sexed. That's what just happened.
I think everyone's ears were surprised sex.
Wow, my ears were even surprise sexter.
Those were the viewers in their ears.
Those were the viewers.
Those were the viewers just now.
Dude, all I can think about is that one video where this guy's raging COD mod we're referring to. He's like, "Oh my fucking god! When I get flashed!" Hold on. Let me.
Alright.
Do you mind if I play this video here?
Oh, the flash.
What is it? What is it?
It's
Oh, it's the flashbang one. All right.
I
Let's
play
get a funny clip going. Go on.
Alright. No, I have to. Do you want me to play it through my phone?
Just play it and stream it to me.
No. Oh, hold on. I need to freaking send it to myself then. 1 second.
No, I got it, kiddos.
Alright, Brandon's got it then. Brandon's got it.
Firefox.
He just accidentally opens
Go
homework.
live.
He just
Accidentally opens Pornhub.
No, he accidentally opens homework folder.
My stream is still running, right? You guys can see YouTube.
Yes.
Why are you in light mode?
He's not in light mode. He's not in light mode.
Go back to your Twitch. Go back to your Twitch.
Ew!
Disgusting.
Disgusting!
Have a seat.
Oh my god, I still have the League of Legends overlay on. I'm such an idiot.
Anyway, I'm a pussy and I use Riot Shield.
What? This is not.
This is a better one.
No.
No, we want the. Oh my god. We want the one that he was talking about because we actually have context for it. Oh my god, please pause it.
Mine.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
When I get flashed.
Alright, this one? Alright.
Oh my god, the 240p. This is better.
I can't even hear it.
Oh yeah, because I'm using Linux. Fuck.
Alright, send me the link.
Okay.
All of us that uses Linux.
Because he has a thing for penguins, okay? We don't kink
No,
shame here.
It's just because Linux is an infinitely superior platform. And
We listen,
all the users are
Ryan,
sheep.
we
The
don't
Windows users are sheep. They're all
Ryan.
sheep.
Ryan, we don't
No,
we don't
Apple
kink
users are
shame here, all right? He has a thing for penguins ever since he watched Happy Feet.
Now he is also
And now it carries over into what browser he uses.
Now he has a thing for penguin
Hold on,
feet.
wait. Fun fact. So during the contest to get Linux's logo, someone legitimately submitted a furry.
Oh my god.
A furry logo for Linux. And it was quite
He
cute.
should be he should be put in the oven.
Okay. All right.
I think there were enough jokes.
Wow.
Hey, what jokes? I don't know what jokes you're talking about. Tony, how about we bring up that clip?
Yes,
Which one?
good idea.
What do you mean, which one? The one that we were just talking about that we
were
couldn't
just
hear.
talking about.
Alright, 1 second. I gotta freaking send it to myself.
You gotta start
God
doing
damn it.
these kind of hard things, but while also playing like tabletop simulator.
Oh yeah, we should do tabletop. I don't have it though. I'll get it. Then.
We just play Uno.
We could. The tabletop simulator. we
Yeah,
can
no.
play pretty much anything.
Here, I'll just send it to you and you can stream it.
Just playing Cards Against
Yeah, and then
Is it
God that we don't have any. Okay, yeah.
is it safe?
It's SFW. They don't say anything racist or anything. He's just really fucking mad.
Well, I would hope he didn't say anything
He
racist.
did not say anything racist. I
Why would
promise
he? Why would you send me something about?
you. Trust
Oh
me,
my
it's
god,
fucking great.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Here we go.
Dude, why is it that when I flash somebody, it's like I just slapped them in the face with a fucking napkin from a little kid's birthday party? But when I get fucking flashed, it's like a big brolic black dude named fucking Raquise pulls a fucking bed sheet over the head of my head and just proceeds to
What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god.
I love that video so much.
That was so stupid.
I can't say it. I can't say it.
That's my favorite video.
Jesus. Alright.
I love Eric's little note that says no rage can beat this.
No, wait, no, that's not Eric's.
That's not mine.
Eric's note. That's
That's
part
not-
of
Oh.
the fucking video.
This
Oh,
is the
that
video,
is?
so by the
Oh,
way,
shit.
I have a chroma cam on for Discord so the black in the background doesn't show. So
my God, what?
anything that's black just like gets seen through to the
Okay.
Oh, I thought
No,
I
wait,
legit thought that was
Eric.
part of your thing.
No.
Eric, hold on, Eric. You unfollowed my Twitter for a reason.
Yes, I unfollowed you
So,
because
okay,
you're a horny little bitch who follows nothing
No,
but
no,
horny
no.
cosplayers,
So,
okay?
You know how people do drawing tutorials, right?
Yeah.
There's a fucking drawing tutorial for the anatomy of doing anal.
No, we're not covering this.
Why
We
is
are
that my
we are not covering this, Tony.
We should
I
have
didn't
just named
say
this
we were.
episode.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. We should have just named this episode Tony Talks About Porn.
Tony wants you to know that he's lonely and needs somebody to hug right now.
Even though he has a girlfriend.
It's probably his girlfriend that he wants to hug right
Well-
now.
She's never
Oh yeah.
been in a relationship other than this one that I'm in.
Ooh.
Aw.
How
Oh,
cute.
God.
How adorable.
Ooh.
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 Okay.
Okay.
That's
so
good,
back to the
Tony.
topics we were
That's
actually-
good,
go back
Tony,
to the
because when
topics we were
hey, no,
actually
no,
gonna cover
hey,
in the
let me
podcast.
speak. That's good, Tony, because for when we do the Halloween podcast, we'll need a virgin's blood.
Nice. And also
Oh my
And
God.
also a cat girl, anyways.
Hey.
Well, I draw a pentagram on the floor and find out.
Yes.
Yes. You know what? No, let's just all ask Elon Musk collectively.
Yes. Elon, if you are somehow watching this from the fucking Tesla in space that you're in right now, please shoot us an email. Well, we fully support the cat girl movement.
And the
Especially Tony.
Satanism
You know what? You know what I find a little disturbing though is cat girls having claws, like retractable claws.
Yeah, that'd be holy crap, that is a good painting.
What if I want that?
All right. Well, confirmed here, ladies and gentlemen. Titan BP is a masochist. We will be covering this later in the segment.
Hey Eric. Close
Yeah.
out of our DM real quick.
What?
Close out of my.
I'm not in your DM.
Okay, I'm.
Why
sending
would
you
I be
something.
in your
Do
DM?
not check it till after stream.
Oh God.
I'm concerned. Someone please save my virgin eyes.
No, it's actually no. Like.
He's gonna send me that video of the cows
No.
again.
No, dude, it's that I'm actually.
And there goes everyone's eardrums.
So
Don't
here's,
worry.
here's the
Export
thing.
sheep. Daddy's here for you.
Okay, confirmed.
Brandon, shut
Titan
up.
BP is a masochist daddy kink.
The painting is a bit new, right? But when you look at this painting, you'll see that it is really seamlessly done, and it's actually quite impressive.
Okay, I'm just gonna check on my phone.
The anal one?
No.
It's a
Oh my
painting.
god, it is!
You know what?
Wow, it's really good.
I know, right?
That glass, holy shit.
It's like actually seamless. I'm like.
I like how in the painting it's a girl in lingerie and I'm looking over here. Holy shit, that glass of whiskey is so fucking amazing.
But I thought you got. Yeah, no, dude. Even the Jack Daniels bottle is actually really good too. Look at
Yeah.
that. Crazy.
Dude, okay, the skin's kind of off. I don't know what about it makes me because it's too
it's the
matte.
lighting.
It's too matte.
It's also a painting. But
Well,
like,
it's also a painting done in digital.
yeah, but it's actually like out of like if you look at this one and then
Holy
you see,
shit, you can literally see every single thread on that piece of clothing.
holy Christ, you're right. That's actually crazy. Like no, like we're not. This is a kind of an SFW picture, but the reason why I'm jazzed about it is because the.
Can I count it as body painting if I put it up?
No. but well, okay. I see what you did there. But like the reason why I'm so fucking impressed with this is not because I'm an artist.
Wait, am I underneath?
And I really follow these people just so I can see their artwork. And this is really fucking well done. I wish we could show this.
Tony, can you check something for me real quick?
What's up?
Can you check that I'm on Just Chatting instead of League of Legends?
You are on just.
You are. You're on Just Chatting.
Cool. All right. So let's
Oh, we need to get back into our other segments.
yeah, we need to get back to the actual
Yeah,
planned
so-
segments. All right,
What
so
did we talk about for the last like 45 minutes?
Porn, Chinese government. Casey's getting fucking invaded. More
he
Chinese
needs to be in the
government.
Price
in the
sex.
Price
bunker.
sex, more porn, and now porn artwork. which
It's
is
not.
actually-
It's not. It's etchy,
It's hentai.
and it's art.
Anyways,
All right.
Where's our planned segment for today?
Yeah, let's do some planned segments. We had a lot of shitty weather earlier, so I wanted to do a segment called "I Stuck My Head Out the Window," and here's what the game is, right? I'm gonna state what the weather is outside, the exact forecast, and we're gonna go around saying, "I stuck my weather out. I stuck my weather out the window. I stuck my head out the window." And, for example, if I say it's thundering and clouding, I stuck my head out the window and I saw God farting when the angels were dancing, like stupid stuff like that. All right. So I'll start us off. It is currently thundering outside.
Oh, is it
There's lightning, and it is pouring. I stuck my head out the window, and I realized that all 5 of my teammates brought Smite.
Not yet, bro.
love that one.
All right, now we move on to Brandon.
Tony absolutely loves that one.
That was too good.
Pass.
But you can't
No,
pass.
you cannot pass.
Okay. So is it the same weather?
Yeah, it's still the same weather.
Oh, so it's thundering, raining. Okay, gotcha. I stuck my head outside, and my head became a lightning rod, and I became Zeus.
Interesting. Interesting. Tony.
I stuck my head outside the window, and I swear to God, those clouds look like the fucking aliens from that Tool music video, Schism. Fucking headbanging.
Okay, Tony. You started off great, and then you just down the stairs. Have you ever seen that?
Great. You started just
Ha-
walking down the stairs.
Have you
perfectly,
seen
and
Have
then
you seen
one
that
step
puppy?
slipped.
Have you ever seen that puppy walking up the stairs?
Yes.
That's what just happened. Oh, I'm gonna get to Challenger. Oh my. Lost promos. Lost demoted. Like.
That's entirely.
All right, Ryan, it's your turn.
I walked outside, and the weather sounded like every death metal band ever.
All right. I love how no one went for the easiest.
Not
I
like-
heard Thunderstruck playing. No?
Boo.
Come on, it's
No,
the
I
easiest.
thought about that. No, trust me, I thought about that one earlier, and I'm like, nah, that's just fucking.
That's just stupid.
All right. What about the weather outside is currently a blizzard. There's 3 feet of snow in front of my door, and I needed to bang my head through the window in order to get it outside. What do I see? This time we're going to start with Ryan.
Oh no. Hey Eric, remember that Game Grumps joke you told me?
Oh my god. You know, it meshed with the rest of the topics of tonight. You know, go on. Go on, say it.
Hold on. I stuck my head outside.
Get it
and
out.
I said, God, give me your sky gun.
Wow. All right, Tony.
I stuck
Yeah,
my
I
head
gotta keep
outside the
myself-
window, and I swear I heard Reznov's voice.
Okay. Brandon.
All right, so it's blizzard and going outside, and I had to smash my head against the window to open it up.
Yes.
Gotcha. I stuck my head out the window, and all I can see is blood.
All right.
My head is bleeding.
That's very
After
accurate.
I smashed my head on the window,
Yes.
We get it.
Hey,
and then all I see, and then next all I see is
We
black.
get it. You have brain damage.
Okay,
Dead.
Brandon's like that guy who makes like a physics joke and then goes on to lecture the entire principle of what that physics joke is
He's
based
basically
on.
like basically like Sheldon.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I stuck out my head outside the window, and I realized that even Frosty was buried.
Poor Frosty.
Poor Frosty. Well,
Rest
I
in
have a
peace,
question for you. What would happen if you put that hat on the ground instead of on the snowman? Would the entire field become alive?
Basically,
God.
what happened is
Basically,
You
what
have-
you would hear is, "Kill me."
you get every fucking organism that has ever lived in that snow, and they become monstrous. They become monstrous sized, and there's snow golems, or some kind of snowmen. Controlled by the little parasites that are inside them. And
No, you put
Yes,
the,
even the hats multiply.
Okay, very
God.
interesting.
well, if you put the hat on the ground, then the earth becomes the head.
All right.
the earth just moves.
So, let's do. It is currently 140 degrees outside. We're experiencing a heat wave like no other.
140.
Brandon, yeah, 140.
Okay. stuck my head outside the window, and how do I say this without getting banned? Okay.
Oh my
Don't
god.
say it.
Don't say it then.
I'm not saying it. I'm thinking of something else.
Good.
Okay, so it's 140 degrees Celsius outside.
You know what? No. I want to
Means
hear
the
what you
whole
had to
Earth
say
is being
first. No. Hold on. I want to hear what you had to say first.
So, actually, I'm gonna say something different. So I stuck my head outside the window, and I realized I should be in the bunker right now. I'll let you fill in the blanks.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
I was gonna do this. I was gonna say something like that.
All right, Tony, go on.
I stuck my head outside the window, and I saw a plane, and then another plane, and wondered why are there two planes? Then saw white.
Oh my god. All right, Ryan.
Go to the
Anything?
bunker now. Sorry.
My thing was literally just gonna be a repeat joke. Do I really need to say anything?
All right. I stuck my head out the window and I realized it's so hot that the sun even took a break midday.
God.
That's good. That just
Alright.
tells you the mentality that Brandon, Tony, and I all have.
Yeah. Thinking about nuking another country? Makes me worried.
Thinking about like, the world ending.
North Korea, what's up?
Welcome, podcast listeners, to one person struggling to get
July
by.
special.
And
Welcome to
excuse
China,
you.
Saga.
Excuse.
Saga.
Welcome, podcast listeners, to one person trying to get by and three little dictators.
Why is this still here?
I love Tony. Are you playing Minecraft right now?
No, I'm not playing Minecraft right now.
Are you playing a gotcha game right now?
No, I'm still pondering why that anal tutorial is on the feed.
Oh my god. Brandon, are you still here?
Yes.
What are you thinking about?
I don't think you want to know.
I want to know.
Why?
What am I thinking about?
Yeah.
How I pissed you guys off during this
You didn't really piss me off. It was just like,
Hearth and
You-
stuff like that. I just can't let go. Oh,
no. You didn't really listen to me. You did very well. I found it amazing that you wanted to continue that topic, but I did want to. I admit I wanted to move past it very quickly because I thought politics were going to be brought up in what you were saying, and I avoid that at all costs, like it's the plague, because God, if anything will ever cancel somebody, it is talking about politics. I'm looking at chat right now, and the first message is "I'm coming" by Brandon, and I can't tell if "coming" is spelled correctly or not.
Calming. He's communicating.
How's-
He's coming.
He's
I
doing
am.
research, guys. He has comms.
I was like, is that no? And then I thought to myself, you know, the little lizard brain in the back of my head was like, are you sure that's not supposed to be a
crab
U?
people.
Are you sure that's not supposed to be a U? Like, oh my god.
You child.
I mean, if it's
Yeah, I
you,
am a child. I'm a child.
And then
Oh,
again,
man.
we were
We
talking,
are all secretly 12 years old.
and then again, we were talking about porn for half of this podcast, so I don't blame
I
you.
did that when I was a child too.
Oh,
Yeah, I
talking
guess.
about porn for half of a podcast when you were a child?
Yes.
I never said that I watched it.
I said talk.
Wait, what?
Never mind.
Moving on.
I was gonna make a stupid joke, but then I was like,
Oh wait, we have the.
Well, you have
workforce
to make it
version.
now.
no, I already attempted and it failed, so I'm moving on.
Are we
Workplace horror stories. Next segment.
doing- Very cool.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get Casey back in here because I know he has a shit. Oh my god, that painting was still on my phone. Oh,
What?
oh, it's
Still
Tifa. I thought I recognized her.
I told you it was teeth, but you didn't hear me. You
No, I was too distracted by the whiskey glass.
Are you sure it's just the whiskey glass?
Yeah.
Oh, it's totally the whiskey glass.
Just to
Is she biting her lip? She is. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can I see that photo?
And we're back onto the topic of hentai.
No, it's just close to hentai.
Hold on. I'll send it to Ryan so he knows what we're talking
I already
about.
got it. I already sent it.
Oh god.
Can you send it to me
And
too?
now I gotta.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Did you get it?
Yeah, I got it. Wow, the ice is actually really well detailed. Holy shit.
Dude, I told you.
Yeah, that's right. I was literally zoomed in only on the whiskey glass.
Like, literally everything about this painting is great.
Oh man.
And when I
I
say
really
everything, I mean
loved it.
everything.
And
Oh,
when
man.
Brandon says everything, he means everything.
Oh man.
Surprise, Eric.
Oh my god. Oh boy. Brandon's getting a little excited. Maybe I should mute him, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna have to mute Brandon for a little while.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I just gotta go. I just gotta go.
Oh, I made a mistake.
Oh!
I made a mistake. I clicked on
He's
Casey.
going, man!
I clicked on Casey's DM live. Oh my god.
No.
So no, I didn't send it to him. What happened was he has a meme that has Jai Jinping in the center, and it just says, "Tell them it is a nothing burger." All right, Casey's coming back. Welcome back, Casey. Casey, the stream was a complete mess without you here.
Of course it was. What were
Yeah.
you expecting?
Okay, so I was expecting it to be a lot less funny, but I didn't expect the topic of surprise sex to come up.
We weren't expecting to talk about porn for 45 minutes.
Surprise sex to talk about Chinese government.
Yeah.
Okay.
He described
Now, what are we-
backdoors. He
Now
just
that I'm back in my bunker, what are we at now? Tell me.
so we were talking about how the backdoor system in China's technology, or Tony said that it was like surprise sex, and then,
And then we went on for 10 minutes.
anyway, we're
About
moving on.
surprise
We're moving on to workplace horror stories.
Wait, before we do that, Casey,
Yeah.
take a look at the photo I sent you.
Yeah, I saw it. What?
Isn't it a really good
About
fucking painting?
Oh, it's a painting?
Yeah, it's a painting.
People don't have those big eyes in real life.
Eric, they have to
I wish
compensate for
they did.
something, Eric. All Asians need to make...
All right,
Because
we're
they don't
moving
have
on
that
to
big
workplace horror stories.
Casey,
Workplace
we
horror
know you
stories.
got a few.
I'm sure Casey has a few
What? Oh, yeah.
workplace horror stories.
So, do you want me to go off first?
Do you want to rant about it?
I'll rant about something, yeah.
All right. I need to take a quick piss.
So,
Yeah, announce that on stream.
Hey guys, I don't know if you
So,
knew
should
this.
I
Hold
start
on.
now?
Listeners, I don't know if you knew this, but indeed I am human. I am not like the great Kim Jong-un. I do have a urethra and an anus, and I do need to go do bodily functions. Thank you.
You see what
Now I will go
capitalism does?
do those bodily functions.
You're
Not
not
Casey,
capitalism.
start
Not after
ranting. I don't care.
That's better.
Just keep it
Be all
PG-13.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
So,
Casey, just share something.
I used to work at a pizzeria called Meglio's. And at Meglio's, we would my boss Bob would make when I was in the middle of doing something, he would randomly like make me do a different job, like a Bob job we used to call it.
A Bob.
Like say if it's a Friday night, very busy, rush hour, and like Bob just comes over to me and my like 6'1" friend Joel, who's also working there, and says, "Hey guys, you want to clean the basement?" I'm like, "Basement? This is a 1-story building. The basement of the house next door." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So we enter the basement. Think of like a 17th century house basement, you know? Dirt floor,
Yeah, I checked the dungeon.
like pits of darkness randomly in corners,
Yeah, they're all doing fine.
like
Yeah,
all
they got
dirt. Nothing's been disturbed since 1700s, and
Alright,
like
I'm back.
it's only 2 feet tall. So we enter the basement. Joel's 6'1", I'm 5'11", and like we're too big for the basement, so we have to be crouching down the entire time we're there. And then Bob hands me 2 masks and like 2 brooms, and he says, "Okay," and the floor, like, "Okay, I want you guys to dust the dirt floor. Remove all dust
I
from the
remember
dirt floor,
this.
because I'm having a plumber come over here later, and I needed to look pristine for him." And
I
me and
remember
Joel
this.
look over at
That's
Bob
the
with a
most genius
respirator
thing
mask.
I've ever heard. Dusted dirt.
So we
Oh,
look
That's
over
the
at
most
Bob with a
genius thing I've ever
respirator
heard.
mask, and I'm like, Bob, how do we dust this dirt floor? And then he says, "Here, let me show you." Then Bob proceeds to clean the floor for 2 hours straight as me and Joel watch him. And by the time, like, as more and more dust is getting kicked up in the air, Bob doesn't have a mask, and it's getting harder for him to breathe.
Oh, no.
And I'm getting covered more and more in dirt, and I finally come out looking like a coal miner.
But, oh, there's something else to be
Knife.
said, but I'm not gonna say it.
You
Eric,
know,
why are you
do
responding
you
to
know,
this?
you know what you reminded me of? So my grandmother, right? She owned a trailer in the middle of the woods, and she would have me.
Yeah.
She would rake, and I would rake fucking leaves in the middle of the forest.
That's a genius thing, Eric.
No,
Why
it's
are you doing
incredibly stupid. If you really think about it, you're in the middle of the forest. They're gonna keep falling anyway. Why the fuck are we raking them?
Because she's bored.
Oh my god. Alright. Ryan, you got any? I know Brandon
Eric,
has
you
a
want-
shit ton.
Eric, you want to
it's
you want to talk about you want to talk about 4th of July weekend last year at Tanner's?
Dude, I think my memory suppressed it. I honestly can't remember.
Aside from when you cleaned the bathroom for 2 hours and then you
Yeah, no, that's like my only
walls.
memory. That's my one memory of Tanner's. Oh, my other memory is I really loved doing the ice cream. When I would go back doing half gallons, it was the most peaceful thing ever. Because, like, at that point, I didn't care if it got locked in and died. I was just away from everyone.
Even me, and he was happy about that.
Of course. Deadpan punchline.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, no problem.
Love you too, bud.
Yeah. I love everyone just
But,
as much as I love myself. And I hate myself pretty damn
Oh my
much.
god.
Where's the guy? Where does this go south?
Everyone in chat is just like, "Aw," and then he mentions how much he hates himself. He's
He's
like,
like, "Oh."
okay. Oh.
So, well, yeah, there was this one time where I cleaned the bathroom for 2 hours straight and some guy shit on the floor afterwards.
We already said that one, though.
But I already said that one, you know?
Yeah.
You have to be a long-time listener to know that one, so all you people just tuning in,
Yeah.
Go watch the other
other
video.
videos.
Go watch the other videos. There's a bunch on YouTube. Go click them on
skip
YouTube.
over
Go
all
watch
my
them.
old segments except for the last one, because that last one I did was pretty good. The other
Last
ones I did suck.
I have to admit, I think last podcast was like 100 times better than this one.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
Or even the episode number 2. If you want a good
Episode
podcast,
number 2
go
was
watch
the
episode
best
number 2.
episode. Episode number 2 was the best so far.
I think it was because I was able to actually guide a conversation that episode without stumbling over my own feet.
Well,
I think I don't know what happened in between episode number 2 and now, but I think instead of walking, somewhere along the lines my feet got chopped off and then put on reverse. Like I don't like I can't fucking talk. Like I can't walk myself through a conversation. And if I do, it's blind, So
See, here's the thing for me.
back to horror stories. Jesus Christ.
So I'm just gonna say,
So-
the beauty of all this is just it goes on, and it doesn't have to be anything about anything specific. Randomness in a podcast is what makes people listen usually.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
Alright, back to horror stories.
Back to horror stories.
All right, so during 4th of July last year, I still currently work at Tanner's. Eric worked there at the time. I was on dry fill, so I'm just like stocking the shelves. I remember it being so busy that they're like, go fill up the chips, go do the carts, you gotta go fill up the chips again. I'm like, Jesus Christ, where are these
Oh, that's
chips
right. I don't
going?
think I was ever on for 4th of July.
No shit, because 4th of July we were closed.
No. I think I was on like one day, and I was registered.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's why I
the
don't
only day
remember the craziness. Is because register is always that crazy.
Yeah, I remember because I remember working on my birthday last year, which I did this year, which was yesterday, by the way, for anyone who's listening. Turned 19 yesterday.
We mentioned it last podcast if you didn't hear, but if
Yes,
you
I
want to
know,
hear
I
it
know.
again, he's now 19 years old.
Yeah, I think I missed it.
And still
I
saying,
think I missed it too. Can you DM it to me one more time?
Yeah, hold on.
yeah, sure.
Thanks,
But
Ryan.
the amount, yeah. I turned 19.
Oh,
Alright, Tony,
even
your turn.
Tony DM'd it to me. Oh, that's such a great reminder. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'll even send it to chat.
You know what the best part of my birthday was? It
Nobody
was
gave a
right when
shit.
quarantine. It was right in the midst of quarantine, and no one fucking knew about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, my birthday, my dad was in the hospital.
That's a big oof.
Oh, damn.
That's a big oof. These are turning into just sad stories. Anyway, back to working on your birthday for 4th of July.
Honestly, it wasn't that bad last year because really I didn't have to do a whole lot. I just pretended to look busy.
Because you were dry
Um,
fill. That's what dry
yeah.
fill does.
And here's the best part about working on my birthday last year, because Eric, you, the other Eric, and Max and I all went on break and we bought a pie. Remember?
Oh yeah. And we tried to
We bought a-
reheat it in the oven.
We tried to reheat it in the pie oven, and Barb came to the back and she's like, "Why is the pie oven on?" I'm like, "Oh, we're reheating a pie." She's like, "You don't put a pie back in the pie oven to reheat it." And we're like, "Oh shit."
Put it in the microwave.
Yeah, put it in the
Yeah.
microwave.
No, microwaves are pussies. You put that shit in the grill.
No, you put that shit.
Guess what? Puff?
No,
We're
no,
at a
no.
grocery
You put-
store. You think they have a
The only
Brandon,
pie I
we-
ever put on the grill is a pizza pie.
You put that shit right on top of your PS4. Get it done. Real quick.
No, dude, you know what you do? You
I
freaking...
s-
You know the old, those old gaming computers are basically like space heaters, like the one I had?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you put it on top of that, on top of the fucking dusty rad that's barely blowing out hair.
No, you know what you do? You call Phil over with his RAV4.
Oh, and you get
and you open up the hood and put it right on the engine.
just have it
Remember,
running.
Should we
Remember
explain
Roof
to them
Pizzas?
what this joke is?
No, they'll never get it. It'll be a joke that we'll just mention from time to time, and the viewers will be like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Remember when Roof Pizzas were a thing?
What do you mean roof pieces?
Roof Pizzas.
The fuck is a roof pizza?
Oh my fucking god!
Can someone explain to me what the hell a roof pizza is?
It's a
literally
Breaking
you cook a
Bad.
pizza on a roof.
Oh my god.
Like, it's so hot outside that you can literally put a pizza on your roof, and in like 45 minutes it'll be ready to eat.
So
Like it's say Eric, say it's 100 degrees outside and 100% humidity. You literally just throw a pizza on your roof.
I feel like a dry humidity would be better. Like a lower
Yeah,
percent
it would be.
humidity.
So actually, there's actually a lot of chemistry with the dough that that makes.
Okay, so like if it needs to rise first and you haven't kneaded it yet, humidity is a good thing for rising. But when it comes to baking, humidity is not such a great thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing. What if a bird shits on it?
Well, you know what? That's just extra protein.
Well, here's the thing. What you do is you put a glass box over the fucking pizza, so you get that shit cooking real quick, and it stays protected.
I've actually seen a video where someone's cooked eggs on top of their PS4.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I've also seen a video on Twitter where this guy is cooking a small piece of steak on a CPU under full load.
so listeners, I think Tony will eventually give me cardiac arrest. Because anytime he brings up Twitter on my podcast, I'm just like, oh god, he's gonna talk about some e-thought cosplayer again. Like,
At Stella True.
oh my god.
No. Stop.
Do you know Stella Chu?
Stop.
Wait, Ryan knows Stella Chu? I thought he was innocent.
No, I actually don't know who that is.
He's hiding it from us.
No, I legit don't.
He's known every single thing we've talked about this so far. Oh my god. He is not a good Christian boy, like he says he is. You need to confess your sins.
Wait, can we get Jay in the podcast just so he can scream liar?
No, he said he
No,
was
he
tired.
said he had to leave.
No.
Rip.
He had to
Just
leave.
like
He's-
Casey right now.
Oh no. Casey, do you actually have to go?
You with him?
I, Casey Jones, just want to go and watch the Avatar.
Casey, do you want to tell us more of your stories?
While I was working at Meglio's, I had to clean trash cans with my bare hands.
Nice.
It's not really a story. This is kind of just a shitty work environment. It's like
I forget
it's like-
most of the stories I had.
that's like
They come
Meglio's
back
being.
in flashes.
That's like
you
Meg.
want to hear a workplace? You want to hear a real
That's like
workplace
Meglio's
story?
being.
Just working at Tanner's and
Okay, that's like Meglio's being sexist, right? Because I don't know if you
It
guys
wasn't
know.
sexist.
It was sexist, dude. They
It's
don't
just
allow.
being-
Dude,
They don't allow boys to be waiters, and it's not like they
It's
have a
smart
business of
business
Hooters.
strategies.
Most of their waitresses are
Eric,
fucking
it's
14
smart
to 16-year-olds.
business strategies.
dude, my
What? It's
girlfriend-
marketing strategies. Tell me it's a marketing strategy. When-
It is, and it's the sexist one. Dude, my freaking girlfriend, right? She told me, I applied to Rita's, right? So I could work with her. They,
Oh yeah, they don't accept guys.
They said they weren't hiring, but then when she told me that they were hiring, I'm like, okay, I'll send another thing, and then I freaking don't get anything back from them, or they told me we're not accepting applications again, or that there's spots that are not filled. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought you guys were hiring.
Yeah.
And then she basically told me, oh yeah, basically all the workers there are girls.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they do it for a reason.
I took my fucking job.
Because women are better at working than men?
No, it's because women are better at attracting people than men. And keeping retention rates. But mostly that like first part. That's why female Twitch streamers are so good. It's
But,
because
like,
they can attract the viewers and then they can retain them. Because having a female charm is just more nurturing. And people want to be nurtured naturally.
Yeah.
That's why you always go to the PJ Wellingham.
That's why that one guy who's following a lawsuit against Twitch for watching 600 something female streamers because he got too horny. We won't get into that, but if you want to watch a video, there's a few YouTube videos on that lawsuit. It's pretty funny. Oh, well, Ryan left.
Oh
All right,
Ryan,
Don't let him in.
Brandon, let's hear some
what
of
will
your
happen
horror
to
stories.
Casey? Will he hit the button to watch Avatar?
Do you want to go?
We'll have to sit.
Wait,
check in
oh
the
my
next
God, what
episode
the
to find out.
What the hell was that? I think I hear a copter. I think I hear a
Oh, no.
helicopter. Oh my.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Not
Oh,
again.
we just had a cutout. We just had. Oh my God, Casey's gone, guys. It's crazy.
Oh no!
Casey got cut. Oh my God.
Casey's being chased down by the feds.
Holy
That's all I'm
shit,
saying.
dude.
Who is it? Who is it?
He's
this time?
revealing. He's revealing too many conspiracies.
Guys, all I'm saying is they're taking me to the gulag as we speak. It was nice knowing you.
Don't you dare go too, you bastard.
No, no, put me down. Ah!
Oh my God.
Oh no!
And we're left
Lost
with.
a toe.
And then there were 3.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
whatever.
it's the band. The band's back together.
Whoa.
Heyo.
So Ryan.
Want to talk about band horror stories?
No, I kind of don't want to get into those. Ryan, let's hear some of your horror stories.
Oh, it's just working at Tanner's in general.
There we go.
Okay. That was a
hey,
great
tell us
horror story. Great horror story, guys.
I killed both of the guards and I have to hide their bodies.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Are we
By the way,
role playing
bro-
now?
by the way,
Are we
for all
role
the
playing now?
paranoid fucking-
Tony, you going in the gutter this time, or are you putting them in the pool?
Both.
Nice.
Half,
Bro,
half and
you
half.
have to do a
half-
wood chipper, bro. You have
Half,
to do a
half
wood
and
chipper.
half, dude. No, I mean I'm putting them in a pool of hydrochloric acid.
Obviously, the school incinerator's the way to go, dude.
Or actually, no. Rather, I'm putting them in a freaking a bath of hydrogen fluoride.
What school
No.
is a fucking incinerator?
The school incinerator is the way to go. By the way,
Any- any-
that's a reference to
Yeah.
yeah.
Anywho, for those paranoid motherfuckers who thinks, oh, I just joined in this podcast. Yeah, this guy actually killed a fucking guard. No, I didn't. You brainlet.
Alright.
Don't worry, we have one
Horror
viewer.
stories.
We have one viewer. Feels
Don't
nice,
talk
man.
about view count, Neko G.
Hey, listen, we got good viewership early on in the stream, but then we lost retention.
Hey, let's.
That's because we talked about porn for 45 minutes.
No, we actually were doing better when we were talking
hey,
about porn.
All
Oh.
I'm saying is let's not talk about view count, please.
Yeah, whatever.
That's fair.
Oh,
Uh,
I heard about someone.
So, Mr. Brandon,
Yes.
let's hear some of your. Jesus Christ.
No, it was a single click.
Let's hear some of
Okay.
your
Oh my god.
horror
So,
stories.
Tony.
to put some context in, I work at a place called Wood Services, and this place, it's basically a center for people who have pretty much a lot of behavioral disabilities, a
Is-
lot of mental disabilities,
is-
a lot of
is-
physical disabilities.
Is men-
Basically, to the point. I know there's a lot of people with similar disabilities like autism, Prader-Willi syndrome.
Sorry to interrupt,
like
but I
that.
got a quick question. Is the term mentally disabled okay to use?
Yes.
Yeah, as long as you're not using the
Yeah.
yard word, I guess you're fine.
Okay, it's because like I don't know what's politically correct anymore with how many changes there have been. Like,
Right.
God, dude.
How do you say this? How else would you say that? People of stupid? Pretty sure
People are stupid.
I mean,
I come from the great land of Tard.
like people like
Oh my god! People are stupid. For you.
I think that's actually the this is actually the hardest we've ever laughed on a podcast.
People are stupid. Okay, for those who don't know, I do deal with my own mental disorders, but I know that doesn't really absolve me, but also I kind of don't give enough of a shit.
yeah, neither do I.
So let's
Let's
talk about the people of stupid.
Like, yeah, it's like people of
Dude, I'm literally doing that one pose from the guy Wheeze. That like.
It's like you have people of color, and you have people of stupid.
Oh my god! not getting into
We're not getting into that. We're not getting into
Brandon.
that.
Holy Christ.
No.
Uh,
Stop.
Anyway, back on track. So basically, we're housing people with like severe mental disabilities, severe, physical disabilities. Basically, to the point where they're like, it's like pretty much not able to live inside the house without like serious.
They need
like,
someone to
medical
take care of them.
So
Yes.
they need a lot of help, which is
Need
very
a lot of
sad,
help.
but it does end up, as we will hear, in very serious cases of.
Yeah. So there's the one area, little sub campus that I mainly practice in, because I work in this place as sort of a recreation officer, and what we do is just pretty much just bring activities, fun games, like, hey, you want to do some arts and crafts, or you want to play ball, or you want to do stuff. We used to go on trips, but because of COVID, we can't go off campus anymore. Big
Mhm.
bummer. Big shocker. So like, so we go around the campus, like, oh, you want to go to a nature walk, oh, you want to go to this place, whatever. So I went to this, so the first horror story is, I did a trip, I did a little activity with this, one of the houses, there's like, have like mass, like group houses, each with their own like sort of problems that, they affect. Like, there's one house has male superior Willis syndrome that I'm gonna talk about, called like Maplewood. And basically what happened is, how am I gonna say? I'm not gonna name any names because that probably get me in serious trouble. But
Definitely do not name names.
I wish so I would name it. So this one of these kids. So all these kids have Prader-Willi syndrome. And if you don't know what Prader-Willi syndrome is, pretty much it activates the part of your brain that causes you to feel your body to be full, which means that you're constantly sort of hungry. So just kind of get that in your head. Just imagine, like, you're just woken up, you really need breakfast, and you have to get showers as fast as humanly possible, just to get food in your system. Like, you're dying to get food in your system, like, in the morning. Like, imagine feeling that way all the time for like your entire life, and that's pretty much what these kids are going through. With all the mental disabilities and stuff like that, all the around. So these kids are going through serious weight programs, but enough sidetrack over there. So what we were doing that day was like, okay, I'll go with these kids, and we're gonna do a little nature walk. We have a little nature walk on campus, and I'll bring them back to our little rec office, and we'll just have some, like, do some activities there. So, and this one kid was bothering me about snack. I'm like,
I have a feeling I know where
think
this is
we
going.
have snack. We don't have snack. We're not allowed to give out snack anymore. I'm sorry.
I found M&Ms.
And we didn't find M&Ms. So this kid just got really, really pissed off that we weren't having snack.
I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I found a mound of chocolate.
No. We're smart enough is that we, like, because we do these kinds of kids a lot. We're smart enough that we know like, to hide all this kind of stuff, and not
How
talk
do
about
you
it.
how do you hide rabbit shit? Like, what happens?
Eric, it hides itself.
No. What happens if you're walking down the trail, right, and a rabbit comes out, takes a squat, and then leaves? Like, do you run and like go kick it away? Like,
Don't give a fuck. We have like a baby goat that goes around the office, and he's not really potty trained, so he just like fucking shits on the floor. He doesn't have to clean it up.
That doesn't
Like,
make
God
okay,
damn
call
it.
back.
so these kids are hungry all the time, but they're not hungry. They don't eat shit.
They don't eat shit.
Okay, I thought they were like starving to the point where they'd be like, "Oh my god, shit looks amazing."
No. Basically, like, the reason why they're like in the home in the first place is because like, their body floor is not open, so which means they eat themselves to the point of like obesity. So
When you
pretty
said
much
eat
what's going on there is
themselves-
they have the extreme sort of weight loss and
When you said eat themselves, I actually thought you meant eat themselves.
Oh no, they're like
No, I
eat
understand
a lot
now. I understand now. But I got scared for a moment. I was like, wow.
not to themselves. Like they eat to the point of like obesity, and they're trying to get off the weight. Anyways, so if I said we can't have snack, I'm sorry. This kid just gets pissed off like beyond belief. Starts to do what we call eloping, which pretty much is our term for like he's running off campus. You know, we need to keep him on campus. So I run up to. So I
he's
was like,
breaking out.
he's pretty much breaking out. I mean, you know.
He's a lion. Get that snack over here.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get this kid, trying to get him back.
Have you tried the old Hansel and Gretel trick?
No.
You know, just leave a breadcrumb trail. You should follow it. Right?
No. That's no, we didn't. It's like, hey, look, I'm sorry, whatever I did, doesn't matter. And he's like, leave me alone. I'm like, okay, well, I could leave you alone, but I don't want you to get out of off campus, bro. And then the guy just starts getting violent. He like, I tell you, leave me alone, and starts attacking me. You know, ripping off my shirt. You know, trying to beat the shit on me. And I'm like, and I'm pretty much, and Woods were trained that we're like, if you fight back, you're fucking out of the office.
Yeah.
You're out. You're fired. You're done for. I mean, and not only that, you have like a shit ton of legal precautions against you because, you know, because we're trying to make this whole like sort of, you know, thing where like, okay, we're trying to make this thing like as safe as humanly possible. Like if you you know, try to do some stuff, you know, making positive slants and everything, you know, like if you like hit the client, they're gonna immediately refer you. You're gonna immediately be like,
Yep.
oh, he abused me. He hurt me. He's an abuser. He's an abuser. Like Thailand, like completely like, you know.
Wait. Did I just hear Thailand? Did I just hear Thailand? What the fuck did Thailand do?
No, Thailand. You don't know what Thailand does.
That makes it even worse.
I stumble on words a lot. So I'm like trying to like, oh, I have to like raise my hands and defend myself, you know, without actually defending myself because, you know, I've been taking martial arts for like the better part of 15 years, but I can't use jack shit because, you know, to defend myself.
Legal
my own
system
life.
won't allow you.
But not the legal system, but, you know, Wood system would allow me, even if in defense of my own life, which, you know, I have a lot of complaints about, but, you know, so, the staff handle it pretty well. They're, like, all trying to, you know, like, get us separated. Like, my shirt's completely off at this point. So I'm, like, standing there with, like, a mask on, no shirt, pants. Shut up. And I'm, like, just waiting outside, waiting for, like, direct staff to be, like, bring me another shirt. This kid somehow gets out, starts chasing after me, like, oh fuck, I gotta run. So like, I run back to my car, realize, oh crap, I forgot my keys or something. Run back, and the staff are pretty much just kind of like surrounding his kid, like a lot of penguins would just kind of come together, keep themselves warm. They're surrounding this kid and just bring him, like, leading him back to like his, like the group home that he was in, and screaming the entire time. And I just like, you know, felt completely like shit for like the rest of the day, and I still kind of feel like shit about that. You know, I don't like, you know.
Well,
down.
This is why I wish people. I wish people would show up for the briefings, but.
Look, man, I was in the tournament.
Yeah, no, but you showed up at least. So we're gonna end it here. Any ending comments?
Yeah, don't forget your snack or you'll get attacked.
Here's
Brandon?
one.
Yeah,
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
We like to make fun of that all
Oh
the
yeah,
time.
it is 4th of
you know.
July.
Brandon?
Oh, it is.
Happy 4th of July.
It is 4th of July. Sorry,
Right.
go ahead.
Shall I
No,
start
Brandon.
getting
What
fireworks
is your ending comment?
Yeah, I'd like to make fun of all this stuff, like, hide your snack or the predator kid will get you, but no.
Yeah, I know.
These guys are just kind of, you know, these guys are kind of human too, and, you know, I just like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, no,
I just-
absolutely. I'm
And I
just
think
very
these
deserve
people deserve a chance in life. It's just, working this kind of business,
Yeah.
you see the worst in things, and it's a lot
Alright.
hard to see the best in people sometimes. So
I
yeah, it's
am
obvious.
going to. Alright. This is the end of the podcast for today. It was nice to have all viewers who watched. I am sorry for the wildness, the randomness, the whatever happened that you did not like. But if you did not like it, leave a comment. Type in chat. Tell us to move on. I don't care. Criticism is welcome here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for those who are watching on YouTube. Or if you disliked, dislike. It helps me know what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And remember, you will always have a family sitting at the hearth. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. God, I can't speak. That was almost flawless. Have a nice day, guys. See you later.